just, it was up here, it was just slightly darker there. Blender's smaller than the one I was using before. It's got a bit of black on it actually. It's a lot firmer. If you don't want things to move around, it's a lot firmer. Just intensify the black a bit. Have to keep an eye on the light because it's a bit of a dull day today. It's a bit of a rainy day. We'll go at his nose area. We need to get that a lot whiter, but we still need those lilac-y colours in there. Okay, this is my travel easel. You may have heard about this before in my other videos. It's not my favourite friend, but it's better than nothing. At least I can use it. Some kind person did something to it to help me, enable me to use it. So yeah, I just finished off here, didn't I, the other day, kind of just here really. So yeah, just now we're just gonna from here. Just blending that into the grey at the top there so it fades in nicely. I love doing fur. So yeah, we're just going to put the marks on kind of roughly where I put them on before there. But this is with much more of an intense white. The white I used before was just like an outline, really. And it was, I think it was a Faber-Castell white. Yeah, it was Faber-Castell, because I was using a set of 12, so I would have used the white in that. But now I'm using anything I can get my hands on, actually. Any colours I like. Quite dark in there, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, don't ever sneeze over your work. There's a point. If you get blocks of water on it, apparently it's not so important on pastel mat. It can take a bit of wet, and pastel, of course, you can mix with water if you want to anyway, but if you're working on any other kind of paper, you really don't want to be sneezing on it. As far as I know, this is the only paper you can actually get wet, I mean soaking wet as well, and it'll be alright. Good to know. Just thinner lines through there, just blend it through, and there as well. Just a bit of blending over it, just gently there. So thicker lines where you want the fur direction to show, and then the thinner lines just over those gaps. That's it. Now we've got bit more colour in there, I think. A bit more pink in there after. Now here we can see there are thinner lines going up that way. And then we've got lovely marks coming up here. So basically I'm just going over what I've already done, just intensifying it. Did that yesterday, didn't I? So these little stub bits that we've got over here, that's a good thing about Caran d'Ache pencils, they go right down to the very bottom. If you can actually manage to, you know, sharpen them well, you can use every bit of them. Just colouring that in a little bit. That needs to be a bit closer there, see? We'll just get that a bit closer. That's it. And there's a little white bit in there. Okay. Now, just do all this side and then I'll get on with his nose, I think. So yeah, there's lots of little bits coming around like that. And they go through this here. Might put a bit of lilac in there first though. And see, this has got a much more of a fuzzy look, and I want to get that so that this is much more sharp and in focus, and this is merging into the background, so that will be all fuzzier. Looking at the direction. Just particularly love this picture. It's gorgeous. Like I say, I've used bits and pieces of pictures in this, so it's a bit of a mixture. There's a bit of we'll get a bit of sun lilac, I think, in there. That's very white there. See, that isn't really like the picture, but just thought it looked quite nice. And it's going to blend into that background there. So you can just feather it off there. Fingers. Always in a very precarious position around this easel. Good exercise. Just keep cleaning the tip of the pencil too, that's always a good thing. And right there, we've got that there, so that's there, then that's going up there. Just a mass of gorgeous white fur. Now I know I've mentioned it before, but in case you haven't seen any of my other videos, especially my first video of the cat I did, the first whole tutorial of the beautiful little cat. Using this effect, it was a bit the same with that. There were certain areas that were really sharp, and then as it receded back, they were much more soft. And what you do, you just do that really. You just put the colour on, and also that's what I was going to say. Also, is just that white always looks much whiter on screen. You know, so if you're seeing it on a screen backlit, it's one of the reasons why. Sometimes I don't mind copying from the screen, but mostly it's a bit. You just think, oh, it's so white on the screen, and why can't I get it? Now this looks beautifully white to me now, so it must look really good on screen. We've got a bit of sun coming out now, so that helps. But yeah, white always looks much more white when it's backlit, so don't get despondent if your white doesn't look really white. Try never to put any other colour under white if you want it looking white. And be careful about your choice of paper. For the first cat I did, if you want to check it out, it was pastel matte, but it was a white, because I really wanted the bright colours to come out in it, and we had a very limited set of 12, which were all very good colours for animals. I must say, they were all perfect for doing animals. So yeah, I'm just kind of going over what I've already done. Down here, I'm going to have a red cushion to match his hair, I think. Yeah, why not? Very glam. So I'll do that right up to the cushion. I quite like little scratchy marks like that. They give it a bit of a freshness to your picture. Try and keep away from the detail when you're doing fur like this. You're just looking at patches of colour. That's all. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. We'll just get on with this up here, I think. So you see this better actually. I liked what I did on here, so I'm just gonna carry on really doing it like this. Just carry on following the lines I've already done. Now around his eye, these are very white. See, it does look whiter here. They splay out. They splay out a bit here. And then they merge in. But yeah, very. See the direction of fur. You are drawing patches down here because they're more faded, but here you are drawing the fur direction, and it needs to be quite apparent. Gap there. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm looking at this line coming around like that, see? So you don't want it too rounded there. It's got to be a bit jagged, so you've got the white coming through it. But you're also going to have we'll put some lilac in there. just soften it over because it's fur. Just keep those marks. There's hardly any marks to follow on here, but it's just such a nice blurry photo. I'd like to get that, but I want to try and get a bit more of a detail and more shapes in here. So I'm kind of looking at this bit now, and this is. See, we've got to get his whisker holes in there, his whisker paws. Now this. Show up there. That's a teeny little bit there we've got now, so that needs to come around a little bit. And yes, we've got a little bit there, and it's coming out just about there, and this. And then, yeah, just got to be careful not to lose this line here because it's nice. Okay. Just see, it is grey, but it's a little bit, it is pinky and lilac-y, and I want to get that in there before I start getting any real detail in here. This needs to be kind of in place, but not fully detailed yet. That's it. Okay, let's just try this. Yeah, I don't see why not. It's always nice and easy, isn't it, if you can pick one colour that you like. There. It's kind of, looking at this, it's kind of straight. And it tips up here. A very light touch here, very light, because you want the depth on, but you don't want too much, and it needs to be a little bit patchy, so it's not going to be totally even on here. This is finer up here, much lighter, so rub it in. Then when you put the white fur over that, just bring bits of it over here. In there. So when you bring the white fur over that, it will look good. Here, definitely got some of that lilac in there. Now this is coming right down here, and then there. And we've got a line, but it's not quite long enough there, see? It's because it's coming from there. We'll go over that with white. Then we'll put a bit of this in here, not a lot, just a touch, just to get that shaping in there. Yeah, that's just looking at where that spot comes on his nose edge. Yeah, it's just there. I like little things like that. They're good. Okay, right, I think I'll stop, I think, because it's getting a little bit dark and I need to think again about the light. So yeah, stop now. Okay, where are you? Yeah, so just enjoy that colour now. Enjoy the colour. When you get a grey bit, just think, oh, what other colour can I do there? And then it'll be gorgeous. Okay, see you soon.